Hello there everyone, and thank you for joining me once again. And this time around I'm going to tie you up another terrestrial pattern. This is simply a black parachute ant that I tie. And I also tie it in cinnamon and brown color, and I changed the wing post on them. Here's a brown one, for instance, brown bodied ant, cinnamon color. And you got an orange post and grizzly hackle for this guy. But I thought I'd tie the standard black for you this time around. So I'll get this guy the vise here and hook in and get started for you. And I'm using a TMC 100 size 14 dry fly hook, standard dry. We'll get that locked in the vise here. Okay. And for thread this time around I'm using veevus 14 odd in black. So we're going to start our thread right behind the eye, about eye length, and we're going to work our thread back. And we're going to come back to just above the barb like we usually do here. And I'll snip off that tag end. And a few more wraps back. Okay. Now first thing I'll do is put a little wax on the thread. We're going to start the ant's body here. We'll do the abdomen, or the rear portion first. And for dubbing, I should mention I'm using hare's ear in black, but it's hare's ear plus, has a little bit of flash, antron flash mixed in. Okay, so I'm going to dub a little on the thread here. Let's form the first noodle. Okay, we'll get that on there. Spit it on there nice and tight. Alright, so we'll begin to wrap the rear portion here. And I used to come back and then forward once again. And don't worry if you get a few, some of those fibers sticking up there, we can trim those antron fibers, so we'll just trim those out of the way. Just go around, trim them down a little bit. And you can use any black dubbing, of course, whatever you have on hand will work. Any kind of regular black dubbing. Okay, there's the rear portion. Now what I'm going to do is just build a little thread base in between the two, separate the two portions of the ant's body here. Just like so. Okay. I got a few more fibers on the bottom there I want to trim out. Alrighty, there we go. That should be fine. Just being picky there. Okay. Now we'll do the front section. A little more wax on the thread here. And we'll dub another noodle. Just like so here. Get it, twist that on there nice and tight. Okay, that should do it. Alright, now we'll wrap that on. And, okay, we want to make that about the same shape, nice and round, like the rear portion here. Okay, that's fine. Now I'll trim some of those extra fibers sticking up there. Alrighty. So there's the front section of the ant. And if you see a few longer fibers, you can go along and trim them, but I don't think it really matters a whole great deal. So next, move my thread ahead a little, and now I'm going to tie in a small tuft of polypropylene yarn in white, or you can use different colors if you wish. That just comes on cards like so. You can buy it all different colors. So we're going to tie that in here right up front. Right in front of our body. A couple pinch wraps. Just like so, and we'll trim that. Nice and close. Okay. And we're going to dam that up in the front to prop it up for us. Just like so. post that wing. Gonna come up and back down once again. And I don't put a lot of wraps on these ants. You want them setting just in the surface film. So then I'll come back down the posts. Alrighty. Now when you tie these, the way I tie them, the post at last, if you get a little bit of the post showing there, just take a little more black dubbing's what I do. Just put a little shot more. Just a small amount. And we're going to go right in the back of our wing like so. Okay, now we'll jump in front again. Trim any excess fibers. There we go. Alrighty. Next, we're going to take our hackle, and I have a black dry saddle hackle here, sized up for the 14 hook. And we're going to tie that in here in front of the post first. And then what we'll do is wrap right up against the post. And then we're going to go back up the post and catch our hackle in at the same time. Just like so. And then back down once again. Okay, and we'll leave our thread hang on the far side of the hook there. Trim off that little hackle stem. Alrighty. He's looking pretty good there. Okay. I got one long fiber sticking out there I gotta trim off. I don't like the looks of. There we go. Alrighty, so now before I wrap that, like you see me do before, I'm pretty sure, is I'm going to take a little bit of Solaris bone dry and put on the wing post before I wrap the hackle. Just so, like so. Okay, I'll grab my rotating hackle pliers. Actually, this is a long hackle. I should be able to wrap this guy by hand. So we'll give it a go here, see how it works out. And usually 3 to 4 wraps going down the post is plenty. I find the most important thing is to get that first wrap going right, and then you should have no troubles. Alright, that's going pretty good there. And I'll give it one more wrap, why not? Okay, now I'll come around, catch that hackle, a couple wraps, shaking, or excuse me, wiggle the bobbin back and forth so you don't trap all the fibers down. Then I'm going to jump right in front and make a couple turns right behind that eye there. Just like so. Okay. Now before I do anything else, I'm going to hold up on that wing post and I'm going to cure that resin on the post to lock the fibers in. Excuse, I just don't want you to get that light in your eyes there. Okay, I'll just block that for a second. There we go. Now, those fibers are locked on that post. They're not going to go anywhere. So now I'll trim my XX hackle tip there, like so. Check the bottom for any fibers that got caught. And I'm going to trim those. Now all I simply do, I got one more there folks, just bear with me. One more fiber there, okay. It's pretty much done now. We just got to come in with my half hitch tool here, is how I finish these guys off. And we're going to make a couple double half hitches here. And we'll throw another one in. We'll do 3 for good measure. Snug that down nice and tight. And we'll come in and trim off our excess. Alrighty. And I'm going to turn him upside down. And give the thread wraps underneath a little shot of head cement here. If it will come out for me. There we go. And I see a couple hairs on the bottom I want to trim as well. Alrighty. Now last step is just to trim that post. We just want a short wing on this guy, just enough to see him on the water. There we have it. Well, there he is, folks. Another size 14 parachute ant. And like I say, you can change them up. You can tie them in cinnamon color, black, and it doesn't hurt to experiment. Try other colors too if you wish. You never know what the trout may take a liking to. That's the way I look at it. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial this time around, and hope to see you tune in the future. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you'd like to see more of these type of flies, hit the good old subscribe button, and also throw in a like too if you wish. Appreciate that a great deal. And until next time, everyone, happy tying out there. We'll see you all again soon, and so long for now, folks.